Yo, it's Brian here. Today, talking about the San Francisco 49ers. As always, doing my start, cut, bench series for the wide receiver position in this video. Going to be talking about this wideout position. There's a lot of guys on this roster right now. As of this video, as of this roster, I see 12 of them. Last year, 2019, they picked 7 of them for week 1 roster. I'm going to be doing the same thing. So 7 wide receivers for this team come 2020 season. Let's see where that leads us to. A little bit difficult. I think the top guys are pretty easy to decipher, but the guys under them, that's going to be a little bit more difficult. Hope you guys had a great day on a Wednesday, hump day, I guess you want to call it. We're going to get this video started so we can get this day over with and get ready for the weekend. Going to get the video started, but before I do, please like and subscribe. That's going to definitely help me out a lot. Click that bell notification to get notified of future videos. Share the channel, share this content with fellow Niner faithfuls. Let's get this started. 49ers start, cut, bench for the wide receiver position. All right, time to talk about the wide receiver positions for the 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo's targets for this upcoming season. 2 guys in particular out of 7 that are obviously going to make the roster are Brandon Aiyuk and Deebo Samuel. I mean, when you spend second and first rounders for these guys in the first place, and especially for Aiyuk to trade up, to go up in the first round to get him, I mean, you have to make the roster, obviously. Those 2 guys are pretty much a big lock out of the 7 guys that I'm going to be mentioning in this video. Another guy to take into consideration that I believe will make the roster is Jalen Hurd, the 3rd guy on my list. The 49ers are very high on him. They had a lot of hopes for him come last year, but he got injured and he was out for the rest of the year. There's saying that he might have a little bit of a lingering issue coming into 2020, but I believe he should be ready to go. I think he's going to prove his worth in 2020 if he's able to play. He should be a good one. Tall guy, red zone guy as well, like Kendrick Bourne. He's going to be a big impactful player for the 49ers come 2020, make his first rookie debut in this upcoming season. So Hurd in this roster right now for me. Another guy to take into consideration is also another injured guy, Trent Taylor. I feel like one of these guys are going to put on the injury reserve or PUP list to not count for the roster spot. But Taylor, I think that Kyle Shanahan, Jimmy Garoppolo, they're very high on him. They had a lot of great things happening in 2017 when Garoppolo got traded from the New England Patriots. They had great chemistry together, and we'll see if they can keep that chemistry going for 2020 if he does make the roster. But I believe out of the 7 guys that I'm picking right now, he should be the 4th guy on this list. A little bit risky taking these 2 guys to go to the 49ers automatically, but I just feel like these 2, they have a lot of promise and they really like him for the most part. I mean, they kept him for a while now. They should be great investments for this team. So I got 4 guys right now on this spot. I need 3 more guys on this team. This is where it gets a little bit more dicey. You have a lot of players vying for a roster spot. You have Travis Benjamin, Kendrick Bourne, Richie James, undrafted rookie Jauan Jennings, Dante Pettis. I mean, there's just all these guys to look forward to, but unfortunately, somebody's going to have to go this whole thing, whether it's under a trade or getting released before week 1. All right, so this is going to be a little bit difficult. A guy to take into consideration, I believe, is Kendrick Bourne, a big raw talent, but he just needs to work on consistency. He's a great receiver. A lot of you guys like him. I like him personally as well. I just feel like he needs to work on having the ball in his hands more and catching the ball. He's a very good red zone threat, just like Hurd, but he is just very consistent there. But everywhere else, when it's down the middle of the field, when it's not right on the touchdown field, then he gets a little bit inconsistent in my opinion. And we've had some games where he was just all over the place, but we've had some games like the Saints game where he was just on point and awesome right there. That's the potential of Bourne. Could he be a surprise cut? Maybe, but I think Kyle Shanahan and his coaching staff would probably like him to keep on the roster for this year in 2020, so I expect him to be on this team come this season. 5 guys right now, 2 more guys to take into consideration. A guy that I believe that could make the roster really well is Jauan Jennings, the guy from Tennessee, undrafted rookie. The 49ers, they had to research him quite a little bit for an undrafted free agent. He's going to take the most of his opportunity. He said he was happy to take this opportunity to play for the 49ers, and this is a pretty good team to go to. Great running back, great quarterback, tight end, offensive line, great team to go to. Jennings could be a good dark horse pick to come to this team, make the roster come week 1. And we've had a lot of success with undrafted rookies. So would I be surprised if he makes the roster? Definitely not. But he definitely has to make the most of his opportunities come training camp, preseason, all that jazzy stuff coming up in the offseason program. So Jennings, assuming that everything goes well, he's really motivated because he's an undrafted free agent. He should be able to make the roster. 6 guys right now. 1 more guy to take in consideration. So Richie James and Dante Pettis. Oh, man, I like both these guys. James, I've been a big fan of his ever since he got drafted in the 7th round from Middle Tennessee. Dante Pettis, I've been a big fan of his, but at the same time, he's been in Kyle Shanahan's doghouse for the most part. If I had to pick somebody to make the roster, oh, man. I mean, there were rumors that Pettis was going to get traded or something like that earlier before the draft, maybe to the Eagles, but they backed out of it, reportedly. So, it's a tough one. But if I had to pick somebody, I might just pick Pettis for the most part because when you spend a 2nd rounder on him, when he has a little bit of potential, when he did well in 2018, the way that he could be as a great receiver for the 49ers, then he should be able to make this roster. Richie James, I think he's outside looking in with all the guys that they got from trades, free agency, all that cool stuff, but oh, man, it's hard. I think it's going to be hard for him to make the roster. I'm a big fan of number 13, but his time might be up in San Francisco, unfortunately. Pettis, I think he takes the last spot. I think the 49ers are going to give him one more chance in 2020. We'll see where that leads us to. So, yep, that's pretty much it, you guys. Travis Benjamin, I don't know if he's going to be making the roster or not. I think that'd be nice to have a veteran presence, but I feel like they're going to be going with the younger guys, in my opinion. He's just been injury-riddled, just been beat up. I mean, you look at Jason Verrett, the cornerback position, he's been beat up as well. I don't know if they want to take a risk on an injured guy that's been injured for so long in his career from the Chargers. That's just my opinion on why he might not make the roster in 2020. So 7 guys on his team: Brandon Aiyuk, Deebo Samuel, Jalen Hurd, Trent Taylor, Jauan Jennings, Kendrick Bourne, and Dante Pettis. Those 7 guys will be on the roster come week 1. It's subject to change by the 49ers management team, but for me, for my roster, my dream picks, these would be the guys to be on this team come this season. That's pretty much it, you guys. Please let me know what you guys think about my opinions. Do you like it? Do you dislike it? Do you disagree? Do you agree? I like what you guys to say in the comments below. If you guys like this, please like and subscribe. That's going to definitely help you out a lot. I'll be catching you guys up tomorrow, maybe on a Wednesday, maybe on a Friday, but I'll see you this week. Bye, guys. Love y'all. Y'all have a great rest of your night. Go Niners all day. Hot boys.